A standoff in Rosedale, Indiana sends 2 police officers and 1 young female to the hospital. Good evening, I'm Brittany Earle, in tonight for Rondrell Moore. It's breaking news we first brought you earlier tonight, and we've been following ever since. News 10's Michael Klaus was at the scene of that incident. He joins us now live in the studio with the latest. Michael?
Brittany, what started as a routine police response quickly took a turn for the worse. But incidents like this are what officers train for. This was the scene in Rosedale, Indiana, just after 4 o'clock this afternoon. A Rosedale police officer and an Indiana state trooper responded to a medical emergency and possible battery at the house of Rodney Lowe. Once they arrived, the situation escalated quickly.
Once the officers pulled up in front of the residence, when they began to exit their vehicles, shots rang out from this home at 74 South Main in Rosedale.
The shots struck an Indiana police cruiser, with debris injuring the 2 officers. The officers returned fire, and the suspect, 19-year-old Zachary Bouza, then barricaded himself inside the house. But not before his victim and an elderly man were able to escape. Local police forces, including area SWAT team members, were immediately called in. Daniel Wright and his girlfriend were in a house across the street, and her 5-year-old daughter was playing outside.
It was pretty scary. I mean, I come out here after I heard the shots. I didn't know what it was. I came out here on the front porch, and she was just out back on the baby pool. So I ran back inside, took everybody, got them down in the basement.
By 7 o'clock, SWAT team members had completely surrounded the house, and Bouza voluntarily gave himself up. Bouza and the victim were taken to separate local hospitals, neither with serious injuries. Thankfully, the incident is one of many that these officers prepare for daily.
This shooting went down today exactly as the training would allow, exactly as these officers were trained. So it just goes to show you nothing's routine, and again, they acted properly, and by the grace of God, they were able to survive this.
Brittany, while I was on the scene, I talked to a young lady who said she was a good friend of the suspect. She described him as a nice, trustworthy friend. She spoke with him just yesterday, and he seemed perfectly fine. Back to you.
Thank you, Michael. The injuries to the officers were not life-threatening, and this just into the newsroom. The Indiana State Police report Bouza was being released from the hospital now and expected at the Park County Jail within the hour. He'll likely face several felony charges.